Mr. Williams. An honor to speak with you today.
Thank you.
You have lots to tell me because, as you know, I did not get to watch the film, but based on the trailer, I mean, I was already having laughs.
Oh, well, that is the goal of the trailer. So well done on that part.
Yes. Well, tell us about your character for The House Next Door, Meet the Blacks 2.
Yes. So my character is a humongously stereotyped new neighbor. There's a close-knit community that already exists, and he's an outsider to that, as well as being an outsider to common culture and courtesies. This is his first HOA neighborhood experience, basically. And so he has a real impact on the neighborhood, adding a secret in his personal life that eventually gets out to everyone.
How much fun was it to play a vampire? With your touch words.
As an actor, your best job is when you can play something the complete opposite of that. Putting men in dresses has always been a thing in comedy, is because it's the direct opposite of what you are. So it shows the most range, hypothetically. And for me, that's what this character was. I was, for the first time, playing a character that I didn't have anything in common with, that I couldn't bring my past experiences to play. This was to work as an actor. And so that's what I relished in reading the script, and the fact that he wasn't carrying the comedic weight of the project. This guy was, for all intents and purposes, the straight man in the ordeal. And that was very impressive to read in a script.
And you still have the hat look.
Yeah, well, yes, I have a great love affair with hats. Initially, when I started stand-up, I was Cat in the Hat. And Disney sent me a cease and desist, which was how I knew that I was going to be famous one day, if I had caught the attention of the big mouse ears. So yeah, I have a love affair with hats.
That's a good affair.
Yeah, the horse is like this one.
It is. Now let's talk about the cast. I mean, what a cast. What a cast. Can you tell me about working, with Mike Epps and Snoop Dogg, and there was Danny Trejo, and there was Bresha, Lil, like long list.
One of the most amazing things about it was I don't really care for those movies where they just put 8 people in to cameo. This was already a act that was already in the original movie. And the real only addition was myself and Corey Zuman Miller, who plays my henchman. But it was just he and I coming into an established family. And our job was not to mess it up for the group, was to come in and be able to deliver something that everybody's proud of. On occasion, you get these opportunities to be in a star-studded cast where you just understand that everybody is a real shoot, and that you can have that faith and trust going from scene to scene, that you can give everything that you have because there's other people doing the same.
Mm-hmm. What was one of your favorite scenes to film? I'm sure many.
Well, I think the most fun for me was I did all my own stunts, just because I was worried that you might be able to see the disconnect between me and a stunt person in some of these scenes, and for believability, it really needed to be me. And it was the first time that I had done it to this extent, to where, there was 4 or 5 extra hours a day in stunt. And so that was probably the best learning for me.
That's amazing. What stunt should we be looking for? What action scene?
I did them all. But I'm saying I'm coming up. I'm coming off a 3-story house, and that legitimate.
Oh wow. Okay. Let's talk about the director.
Yeah.
Dean Taylor is a sweetheart. I've had a privilege to, speak to him a few times. Super humble man. What was it like to work?
Director, and a lot of the times the great director is not the one that gives the most leash. Dog trainers that are great are not the trainers that allow the dog to do whatever the dog wants to do. They get a relationship with the dog where the dog wants to do what this guy wants to do. You know what I mean? And so he was a great director. It wasn't, there were 12 comedians here and everybody can just ad libs, funny line, go. It was very disciplined and very hands-on and very making sure that everybody understood each scene and what we were going for. And I think it shows in the end product. When you see the movie, you'll see that beyond everything, it is shot beautifully. And if you look at Deon and Roxanne's body of work, every movie that they've done has been a magnificent looking creation. And so as an artist, the works directs that makes and accentuate what your strengths are. And that's what it was like working with Deon.
Now, how did you prepare for your vampire role? Did you watch, like find inspirations with Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason Voorhees for Friday the 13th, maybe Eddie Murphy from Vampire in Brooklyn?
I didn't have in my background horror films or watching them. So as a child, I didn't watch any scary films at all. I was a comedy head. I liked to laugh, and I always was looking for let me tell it. But the movie that was the scariest movie that I had ever saw was also one of the best movies that I had ever saw, and that was Bram Stoker's Dracula. And I just couldn't get over how complete a piece it was and how it didn't matter what I didn't like or what I had to deal with. I knew this was great cinema. And so that was my reference for this. Kind version being that this is comedic and whatnot. But the level of care taken to that project is what I tried to do here.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for your time to speaking with me about the show coming out this Friday. People are going to enjoy, I'm sure. I mean, like I said, trailer won me over.
Yep. Well, and that's all we have to go on by now. The next time we talk, you'll let me know what you thought.
Of course. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you. All right.